Hello guys, Arethiel here, and this is my new and improved tutorial, I guess all-in-one tutorial for my kit generator and tutorial for you that want to build your own kits or make your own kits. You'll find everything you need in this tutorial. It will be a long one, but I split it so with timer, so you can just jump to the part that you need. So first we're gonna start to introducing everything that we have. So kit generator, I've put a lot of hours in this. The initial release was on January 7, 2020. After that I had a couple of updates. This is the, I guess, third and last update. So check all the updates to see what's new, what you can find in here. I suggest check and read me as well. A lot of useful information in there about this and some options where you can get some kits for free and where you can find me and all the credits that goes to Galaxy Man and the Cruise. We're gonna mention them later in the end. And then tutorial link, here you'll be able to find this link that I'm filming right now. If you go to add-ons, you can see a lot of crests, some Chelsea crests that I designed myself, and some like thousands of other crests, 2.3k other crests that we can use. Then we have a FIFA Champions badge. If you win a World Championship for the club like Liverpool did, you can just use this, and if you win it, let's say next year, 2020, you can just change the year, 21 and all that, so on and so on, and put it on your kit. And then same, you have Scudetto winner's badge to put on your shirt if you win Serie A. Then we have patterns that you can use on your kits. We're gonna speak about how you can use those as well. You have some that I got from Google and some other that I bought. And then team sponsors, I have 84 team sponsors here at the moment, but if you want to add more, obviously you can just go to Google and download, simple as that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You have, I guess, mini kits generator as well. We're gonna speak a bit more about that later on. And then if you want to make a kit manufacturer, you have Adidas, Nike, Puma options. And then what I did yesterday is jersey generator, shoe generator, and sock generator for some other brands. If you open it, these other brands are Diadora, Fila, Puma, Kappa. You have Lotto 1 and 2 options. New Balance, current Liverpool's kit manufacturer. Warrior, the old one. Macron 1 and 2. Umbro and Area. So a lot of options. And building kits will be pretty much the same for all these generators, so I'm just gonna show you one. And obviously if you need some help, you can always ask me in comments below or join my Discord and ask me there, because I'm active there all the time pretty much. But now let's say we want to build an Adidas kit, because in my opinion I like Adidas kits the most, they look the best. So I'm gonna open jersey generator for Adidas. And then before you do something else, you want to think what kind of kit you want to build. Let's say you want to build for Chelsea. You want to rebuild or change home kit, away kit, and third kit, plus goalkeeper kit. Then you want to create a folder, Chelsea, fantasy kits, you can name it. But in my case, I'm just gonna make home kit, one kit, because otherwise this is gonna be a super long video. And then when you do that, I want to create textures folder, and in there you should put all the textures for kits. So create a home folder, a goalkeeper folder, away, third, fourth, depending on how many kits you are doing. Just a second. Okay. Next, I would suggest you creating Frosty editor project file. So a project file, if you need to update it at some point in the future, create a mod folder, squad file folder. Then when I usually make mods, I create a screenshot folder as well, but you don't have to do that, obviously. Next, go to my kit generator, go to add-ons, crests, and copy this blank crest folder. You're gonna see later why. I would suggest creating a folder as well for the Photoshop that I started doing recently. I usually call it Photoshop file editor. And then I put jersey, create a folder for shorts and a folder for socks. I do this because later on maybe you see something that you dislike with the home kit, so you can just open jerseys and change the home kit. It saves you a lot of time. And once you're done with that, you want to go back to my kit generator and pick the crest from the team you want to make, obviously. If you made your custom crest, obviously you're going to use that one. But in my case, gonna use the Chelsea's normal crest. And you go to the team sponsor, say pick one you want or get it from the internet, as said before. In my case, I want to make an old school kit, I suppose. So Chelsea used to have Adidas before Nike, so we're gonna make those kits, and I guess they used to have Samsung, so we can take Samsung as well. We just got the news that the 3 will be the new sponsor of Chelsea, so yeah, not a fan of that, but whatever, what can you do? So once we are done with that, we're going to open Frosty, and depending on the team you're making kits for, so in my case Chelsea, I'm gonna type Chelsea and enter, content, character, kit, we just kit 0 and open those kits, open home one, and then you want to go to the jersey coif, export to desktop, you want to go to the shirts coif, export desktop. You usually want to do these steps if you're a beginner to making kits, because you want to use the coifs so you know where to place your sponsor and your badge. But if you're making kits for a while, you don't need this pretty much, but it's good to know that you can use this. So now we just drag that jersey coif into Photoshop, press enter, and then we drag the badge. Now if you want to resize it like a couple of times, if you're just not really sure the size, I would suggest making it into like right click and make it smart object, but in my case I want to do it from one go, so I just resize it, zoom with Alt plus mouse wheel, and then just make it the right size. You usually want to make it maybe a tiny bit smaller, something like that, enter, and then you can turn off the coif for a while, and you see it's not really aligned with the Adidas logo, so you want to right click on that and move it up, and now it's perfectly aligned. Turn the coif back on, you take this Samsung sponsor, you drag it in. Same thing there, if you want you can make it smart object, resize it, and you want to place it something like this, maybe a bit more up. Okay, enter. Looks pretty good. Maybe we took it a bit too, maybe just a tiny bit more down. Okay, now you can delete the coif. And you can name the crest, I guess, so we know it's the crest. Once we're done with that, I usually want to zoom, press E. I pick this blue that's on the badge, or you pick any color that you want, obviously. Go down to the key template, G, then you just paint. This is the body, then this is what the color will be inside. I would suggest making it the same color. Then you have here on the sides long sleeves, you paint that whatever color you want. This is the ending of the cuffs, obviously make it the color you want. And then this here and here, those are the lines that you can find under the arms. This kit is based on Arsenal's home kit, and Nike one was based on Chelsea's home kit, and all information like that you can find in README. So this kit will look pretty similar to Arsenal kit if you want to make it that way. But in my case I want to keep everything blue, because Chelsea usually have it that way, everything is blue. And on the short sleeves, which you can find top, the same thing. The only difference is that you have this stripe here that they have. So just make everything like that. And this is the color. If you leave this as white, your color will be white, but in my case I want to have it blue as well. Then you see all these lines, so I would just suggest clicking a couple of times, painting until those lines disappear, otherwise they will be super visible on the kits and it won't really look good. So just paint all that. Now it's perfect. But now you're thinking, but the color is gone, how do that won't look good, will it? Open a jersey coif here, then you see the color here, and that's what gives you the color and all that, so don't worry, it will still look really good. Now next, I want to make the Adidas logo white. So I go to Adidas logos, you have two options for the Adidas logo. I want the standard one. So just gonna control invert to make it white. And I want to have Samsung sponsor the same color. Double click on that, control overlay, color, and I pick that color. Boom, perfect. Go a bit more down. We enable kit extras, open that. Apply light text that you can find on the shirt, double click, make it white as well. We open this small jersey stripe. You have some text in there that you can find on the left side of the jersey. We're going to type CFC there. On Nike, for example, you have on the neck. So it's pretty much simpler. Every kit almost have that small badge. Now we want to make that badge, we want to make it red. I want to pick same red that I can find here. So zoom in E, G, and I just go to the badge. Whoops. And I paint. And then that CFC I want to make it white as well. So double click on the text. Color overlay, white. Looks perfect. We keep going down. We see Captain's Armband. Nike have a lot of custom options, but for most other kits you just have Prem, EFL, Serie A custom, couple of customs. but it's super easy to make one for yourself. You just double click on Captain Armband, color overlay, you pick the color you want. Then you can, for example, some kits have like Puma logo on there and the club logo, or you know, so you can customize it as you wish. It's up to you, but in my case I'm playing as Chelsea, so I'm gonna have a Premier League one. We go a bit more down, we see stripes that Adidas have, obviously. Double click there, color overlay, make them white as well. And that's pretty much it for the kit. Now you see this area right here on the side, on the left and on the right, that will decide the color of your undershirt. In my case, I want to have it blue, so I'll paint that later blue. And on the bottom, I was just painting that the same color. But before we do that, if you wish, you can add some sort of design to your kit. Go to the generator, add-ons, patterns, pick either or. I usually like to pick downloaded ones, and then you just pick the one you want. In my case, I use this one a lot, I like it, but I guess for this video I can maybe use some different one. This is the Nike, so maybe, what's this? Let's maybe use this one. I just want to rotate it 180, so it's like that. We minimize it. Make it a lot bigger. Maybe now it's too big, actually. We just line it with stripes, I suppose. Because that's where your shirt will end. And then I guess I can put it something like that, maybe. That's how you add the patterns, super easy. Now you can change the color if you want. And I guess you can name it pattern. Now if you think it's way too dark, you can mess with opacity, make it a different color. So that's how you add that. If you want, guess we can leave it at that, maybe. Yeah, maybe 30 is decent. Now if we go way down to kit template, you can press this line. And then you see this pattern overlay. If you click, you see how kit becomes darker and it gets the stitching effect. Now if you want, you can use this. I had this in my earlier versions, but after further testing, I think the kit looks much better without it. If you really want to use it, you can, both on jersey, shorts and socks. But I was just using it only on jersey in that case, because especially on the socks and shorts looks really wonky. But yeah, so that's the option if you want. And then to end this, we want to pick the same shape or shade of blue kit template, and then we want to paint the sides. And then to remove these lines, we just press a couple of more times, so everything is same color. And that's it. The kit is pretty much done. Want to go file, save as, You just go to your folder, PNG obviously, jersey color, and then I would suggest, as said before, to save this as well. The Photoshop file folder, if you need to change it later on, usually name it home jersey. And that's it for the jersey. Next, after we showed how to make the jersey color, how to add the pattern, we're gonna go to how to make coefs for the jersey. So you just want to disable some things like kit extras. Let me see, arband and stripes. And you just enable jersey coef. And then what you see how this is the brownish yellowish. So you just want to make Adidas, your badge, and the Samsung the same color. Double click on Samsung, color overlay, and just pick that color. Same for crest, and same for Adidas. Boom, all done. Coef is done. Save as. Textures home, PNG, jersey coef. Now you can pretty much exit because you saved your jersey as well. But say you want to continue, that you made the home kit, and you want to continue with making away goalkeeper, third kit, etc, etc. I would suggest just skipping the design the same and just changing colors. If you're a beginner, so just pick, say I want to make it maybe this shade of black. I want to make this a goalkeeper kit. Boom, there we go. Kit is done, looks really good. Now if you think the pattern is looking a bit you can just go to the pattern and make it maybe, I don't know, whatever color you want. Maybe white will look actually decent. It depends on you, I know what you like. Maybe that actually looks nice. But that's pretty much it. Then you want to make, I don't know, away kit. Make it, I don't know, pink. Oh, you make it pink. Simple as that. And now for the last, you want to make jersey normal. So open your folder and just drag your jersey color to Photoshop. Then you want to go filter, 3D, generate normal map. Then just pause now and just copy all these numbers, and then once you did that, it will save for the future. Whenever you make more normals, just then OK. It appears like this, and this is what gives that 3D effect to your kit. Then you just go a normal, save it as jersey normal, and you're done with kits. Next you want to make shorts, and then the shorts will as well be of or have jersey coef color and normal. So you want to go the kit generator, add-ons, sorry, kit manufacturers, Adidas, shorts. I guess we can just open this jersey color in Photoshop. So we press E and pick this blue color. Now we can exit. Go to the shorts color, G, and paint. Now again, you do the same as we did with the jersey. We want to make Adidas logo white. Control E, you press short extras, get clamor light text, double click, color overlay, make it white. You enable stripes, double click, make them white. Now you drag that shorts coif from the desktop that you took earlier. You can place the badge, obviously no sponsor here. Just the badge, again make it to the smart object if you want. In this case, you want to make it a bit bigger than it's here. So something like this. Enter. Delete the coif. Now you can just W or V and just place it perfectly in the middle. You can do it like that as well, it doesn't really matter. But I usually like to have it perfectly in the middle. Rename it crest. Let me just see, it looks maybe a bit too big now. Maybe we can make it like a tiny bit smaller. You see how the crest get cut if you don't make it to smart object, so I was just doing that. I guess if you want to don't have that, you can always upload the crest again. But I think this is the size I want. Wait, let me do that again. And this is why it's always good to keep saving Photoshop project, because if you don't like how maybe your badge is way too big, you can always come back and change it, or too small or not positioned correctly. You can always come back. Now I think it's fine. Delete this. Name it to crest. And there we go. File, save as. You go to HomeKit, textures, home, PNG, and then you name it shorts color. And again, I would really highly suggest that you save this as well, the project. Just go to the Photoshop file editor, shorts, home shorts. Once you're done, you want to make coif. Disable short extras, disable stripes, enable short coif, and then same as last time. Adidas logo. You want to make it this color right here. Crest. There we go. Coif done. Save as. Textures. So you see how shorts are going much faster now, because the most time will take you obviously on the kit. Now we're done with coif, we can just exit this because we saved it. Then same process, drag that shorts color to Photoshop. Filter, 3D, generate normal map. Okay, file, save as, name it normal. Exit. Now all that's left is our socks. I guess we now have that blue saved from the previously, and I guess you can make the socks white if you want. But in my case I want to make everything the same color, so I'll make it blue as well. Adidas logo. Again, we go invert, make it white. Then here you have obviously stripes again. As Adidas, you make them white as well. We go to the sock text, enable that one. We want to make it white as well. I like to drop the line from the top. You get this by pressing Ctrl R and just V and just get the line right there, so you know where the middle is. And then you change the text by double clicking. Want to have CFC. The left side CFC. This will appear on the back of the socks. There you go, perfectly. And the socks done. File, save as. PNG, socks color, and again, please save the Photoshop project. Socks, home, socks. Now we want to make the coif. So we want to disable stripes, and then we just want to make the Adidas logo and the text in this yellowish color. The same parts as before, double click on that, pick this color, and then on socks text, same process, and that's socks coifs done. File, save as. Textures, home, PNG. We make it socks F. We can exit. Now the last thing we want to do is drag socks color to Photoshop to make normals. Again, filter 3D, generate normal map. Okay, file, save as, normal. Now, once you are done with this, you should have 3 coifs, 3 colors, 3 normals for kids, shorts and socks. The next thing you want to do is make a mini kit. You want to make from this mini kit. So you open a generator, mini kit generator, and then you open this one, the picture, and see what kind of color you want to have. In my case, I like 11 a lot and I like 7, but I guess we can make it maybe 11. Let's make it 11 in this case. So I go to color and open 11. If you want to make goalkeeper kits, you just open long sleeves instead of short sleeves, obviously. But I'm making short sleeves. I just go down to the model, double click. Make sure your move tool is activated, so double click or right click on the picture. You go to materials, diffuse, replace texture, double click on the color, and that's it. You just want to right click on the render button. I don't really need to look around because I know it will look perfectly, but if you want so, you can move the picture around. Just note if you, and there you go, Photoshop crashed. So that's why you really need to save it, because you never know when it can happen. I guess we just have to redo it again. Oh, actually, because it's my home kit, I want to... Let me go. I want to go with 7 actually. Guess maybe it was meant for me to have 11 on my home kit. Because usually I'll make goalkeeper, home and away kit. I like to put 7. Then keep colors for some like 3rd and 4th kits. So right click, diffuse, replace texture, double click. And then on some kits you have this bump. Because if you zoom in, you see here that over the badge you have, yes, the coef or normal from other kits. Just disable. Wait, where is it? Here. Disable this one here. Shoot normal. And then you right click and render. Now it will look perfect. After this is done rendering, we're just gonna save and then we're gonna upload all this to Frosty. Let's see the percentage at the left bottom. Okay, now it's done. So file and save, we go here, and that's the kit. This is way too big, so we want to resize it. Image size, we want to make it 256 by 256. Then we go file and save as, go to your folder, PNG mini kit, you can name it. And then I said before, you have the option to move it around, but I know the kit will look perfectly. You see the CFC, the Clamalite, the pattern is visible and all that looks really nice. So we are done with this, and once you're done with everything, you should have 10 objects here. Next you want to open Frosty, and because we're replacing home kit, we just replace all these files for the home kit. You see now, if I double click on the crest, it says crest and it shows the picture. So FIFA does it. They make kits without the crests on the kits itself, and then they place it later using hotspots, but trust me, it's much simpler to do it my way. Put the crests on the kit already, so you don't have to mess around with that later. That's why we have that blank crest, so we avoid having double crests, and then you just keep on replacing everything. So the coef, we replace the color, replace the normal, coef, wait, oops, normal, socks coef, socks color, normal, and there we go. Once you're done uploading all this, you want to change minikits. Go to FIFA Legacy Explorer, but before you click there, you need to know your team's ID. And you can see here, when you type Chelsea or if you type Liverpool, you're gonna be able to see next to the name of your club, the club ID. So either check there on or on some FIFA. Now we go to Legacy. We type J. Now you type 0 for the home kit, 1 for away kit, 2 for the goalkeeper kit, 3 for 3rd, 4 for 4th. But in my case I want to change home, so J0, this line, 5, that line again, and 0, enter. Open data, UI, image assets, kits, and there's Chelsea home kit. Import, replace. Now save this project. Now, you have an option for every team to add one extra kit. As you see here, Chelsea have goalkeeper and 3 other kits. Some other teams maybe have goalkeeper and 2 kits. In cases like City, they have goalkeeper and 4 kits. But there's an option to add one extra kit to any team that you want. If you want to do that, you do it this way. Open RDBM and open a squad file. And after it loads, you can do this both for squad file or career mode. If you're changing squad file, you change in DB1. If you're changing in career mode file, you go to DB2. Same process. We go down to the team kits. Let me find it. Team kits, team kits, team kits. There we go. Team tech ID. Type 13799. So 113,799. That's the ID from a foot kit. Just make sure that you're changing the 0 one and not the 2 one, because you want to change the home kit. So you make sure it says 0 next to it, and then you want to just replace that ID with the ID of your team. In my case it's Chelsea, so I type 5, and next to that, because I'm adding, because Chelsea have 3 kits. Sorry, because they have 3 kits, I want to add 4 kit, so I'm typing number 4. If you add in the third kit, you type 3. If you add a 5th, you type 5, and so on and so on. After that, just save. And then when you go to game, load your squad file, you'll have one extra kit, but it will be default white kit. So if you want to change it so it's not a default or white kit, instead of typing Chelsea, you want to type kit, this line, and 0, and then you want to change this default or 0 kit. Go to the home, and if you open color, the kit will look like this in game. So you just do the same process as before. Upload the blank crest and upload the coef, the color, the normals, and all that. And then once you're done, you want to change mini kits. So Legacy Explorer, and you type kits this time. You wait for it to load, and then you just go way to the bottom and change not found one, and that's it. Save your project file, and then you have one extra kit in the game. Next, what you want to do is launch the game. So we can test the kit, and we can edit some small stuff. My origin is updating apparently. Fail. Guess we'll wait for that. So yeah, once you go to the game right now, you want to go and load your squad file, so your one extra kit has been activated. And then you just want to go to the kickoff or to edit real player. In edit real player, you can change the goalkeeper kit and the home kit. In the kickoff, you can change the rest of your kits. There we go. You want to open your live editor as well. New update, nobody cares FIFA. Load squads. Now if you go to the kickoff, just note you need to have your live form disabled. Otherwise this won't work. You go to Chelsea and you see Chelsea have this one extra kit now. And obviously if you changed all this, if you changed that default white kit in the live editor or in Frosty as we spoke about earlier, this would be the kit you made. This wouldn't be the default one obviously. But as you see, the home kit is looking really good. And then as said, you can change the home and goalkeeper kit in Edit Live Player. And in kickoff you can change the away, third, fourth, fifth, and so on and so on. I want to go to the Edit Live Player so I can zoom a bit more and stuff. Let's watch on Villan maybe. As we see, socks are looking really damn good. We go to the back, you see that CFC text. We go a bit up, maybe. You can see the shorts from here as well. The logo is looking really good. The number is above the Adidas, so that's good. The stripes are looking good. We go a bit more up, you see that climb and light text, and you see that CFC badge on the side, it's red. You see the number looking good, looking good and nice. Stripes on the shirt are visible. The color looks really good in the game, as you can see now. And the pattern is looking good as well. So everything's looking good. And these badges that you can see on the sleeves are added automatically. This is the Premier League badge and the Hyundai badge. So that's why I didn't really extend my Adidas stripes on the sleeves, because it will be way too much. Plus in this modern version of Adidas they don't have stripes on the sleeves any longer. But the kit is looking really nice, in my opinion. So nothing really that we have to change. But say you open your game and then you see that this number on the shirt is over the Adidas logo or Nike logo or whatever logo, or you see on the back that the name is looking really wonky, it's over the number or something like that, it looks really wonky. But mostly what will happen is that maybe your short number will be over the badge. How you fix that? Open Frosty. You go to your team. You go to your team. Home. Then you see here hotspots, something that's called. You open that one. And then you want to open another version of Frosty. And say you're making kits for Barcelona maybe. And then this is the number 10 is over your logo or something. What you want to do, because this kit is based on Arsenal's home kit, you want to just copy the hotspots from Arsenal. So in one version you have your project, and in the other version you have the Arsenal's hotspots, and then you just open this jersey. Team you just ignore, number front you ignore, but the team, the number back, name mark tangent, and for shorts number you can copy or copy paste pretty much. Now if you just need to change, if a number on the shorts it's over your logo, or you just want to change the shorts number obviously, so you just go to the shorts and number and change that, copy and paste. But if you add in one extra kit, say for Chelsea, you need to change everything. because it will look really stupid if you don't. So you just go to the team you add in an extra kit. If you add in for Barca, you pick Barca home kit. If you add in for Chelsea, you pick Chelsea home kit. Then you literally copy and paste everything, like copy and paste everything besides, I said before, team and number front, unless you want to have number in the front, which I don't know why you would want that, but hey. Then I would also suggest copy pasting Arband and competition list as well. This is for all those badges that you can see on this, like the Premier League badge that you can see on the side. Otherwise it might look like really super big, or it might be like in super weird angle or something. So that's how you change hotspots as well. And then you obviously just save, and then you launch the game again and see how it looks. But in my case it's really good, so no, I don't have to change anything. And then once you're done with that, you just want to make a mod, and you make the mod the following way: file, export to mod, you give it the title you want, title, then you give the author a read. I guess we can name it, I won't be lazy, we can name it Chelsea Fantasy Home Kit, we can author a retail, category kits, version 1 or 0.01, whatever you want to have it for version. I usually upload a picture, it has to be 128 by 128 I believe. Then in mod description you can put whatever description you want. Save. Then you go to your folder, mod, and just save it. And you go to your folder, and I would really suggest making a copy of your squad file, especially if you change the fonts on your kits and stuff. Or you change the hotspots, I suppose. I guess I forgot to name something, but I guess I can show that once I test the mod. So what you want to do is see. I mean, if you want, you can make the copy of your squads. If you don't, it's fine, but I would suggest doing that. Let me just find the mod manager. Here. I guess most of you know these steps, but if you don't, I guess it's good. Remove that one. The desktop. And then we want to go Chelsea mod, open it, apply. Then we just want to launch. And before you launch, you obviously want to go and delete your mod data. It's not really needed, to be honest, all the time, but if your game crashes or something, just go back and do that. It will fix the issue. With kits it's not really that important, it's more important with like realism mods and stuff. I just have two more things I want to mention before we end this tutorial. I'm gonna teach you guys how you can change the fonts or the colors of the names and numbers. on the kit and how you can update your mods later on after FIFA update. So we just want to open live editor. Okay. So again, as I said before, if you're changing keeper or home kit, you go to edit real player, or the rest kick off. So in my case, it's perfect as I wanted. The number is white as I wanted, but say I want to make, I don't know, I want to make the number yellow or black for some reason. You can do that really easily. Live editor. Then you go to team kits table. If you want to change the font, say. Especially you need to change this if you're adding that extra kit. For if you just replacing the usual kits, the font will be there already, so no need to do this. But how to replace it? You just go to say home kit, and you see these 3 numbers. Then you go back to that extra kit and just put these numbers on, and the font will be the same. But if you want to change the colors on the numbers and on the name at the back, shorts number 1, it's the main color, it's RGB. This is currently white, but say we want to make it black. We make it 12, 12, 12. This is number 2, this is I believe what goes around the number. We want to make that white. And then short color number 3 is the color for that inside logo that is barely visible, but it is a bit more once you zoom in. We want to make that white as well. Now the jersey number is the same thing, it's just the number at the back. Say we want to make this black again. Then the same thing, the color outside or around. Whoops. And then for that badge inside. And unfortunately, if you want to do this, you can do this for every competition. I mean, I wouldn't really suggest because it doesn't really make that much of a difference, but if you want, this is the easiest way in my opinion. You can do it with RDBM as well, but it's much more complicated, so it's much easier like this. Just open competition you want, say Champions League, you go to the kickoff, open Champions League, you pick Chelsea, and then you just change, or you pick your team and you just change the color and the font and all that. Then you just save your squad file and then you start your career mode. Or if you started your career mode already and you can do the same thing in there as well. The same thing applies. You just can't unfortunately change the keepers, but there's a way around that. You can go back, you can change everything outside of your career mode, and then just give me a second. You can just let me find it. You can just do this step. Wait, is it there? No, it's not. Finish kits. Go to some of my finished kits already that I finished. Then you can find that inside README. There we go. Can use this my current save. Just open RDBM and follow the steps. You can pause as well so you can see the text here. Otherwise just find some of my kits and check readme folder. Then for the rest, if you want to change the name color at the back, we want to make it say black as well. And then jersey color, this is where you change the color, the same color you used for your mini kit. You want to change here, in this case it's 7. Let's say I want to make it that 11 that I like. And you see then the number as well changed to black. Looks awful, no? White is much better. So make it back to 7. And then on that extra 4 kit or 3rd kit you're adding, if you want to disable that number at the front, you just go down to the jersey front number and you put it to 0. And that's pretty much it. That's how you change fonts and change colors on your shirts and jerseys. Then if you want to open Villian, you'll see that name at the back changed to black and everything's black. So you can make it whatever color you want, and then if you are unsure what RGB color for your set color is, because you need RGB, you can either open Photoshop. Just give me a second so I show that as well. Textures on let me see. Just pick the color picker. I want, say, this red here. I'll click on the color and then you see here RGB. Open live editor and you just replace RGB. So either use that way, or I'm gonna add the Google option one for RGBs, RGB generator or whatever it's called, color palette. The link will be down in the descriptions. Just note, when you're changing in the rest jersey color or the name, it usually goes RGB, but in this case it's messed up, so it goes R, B and then G. So B and G are the other way around, so good to know. And I think that's it. Everything I wanted to mention actually. Actually, one last thing before I go, I can even mention how to update mods. Because after every FIFA update, you need to update your mod. Not for the kits per se, the kits will still be there. But what won't be there is our mini kits. So, you literally just have to open your Frosty file. Guess we can exit, so we can start from the beginning. So you literally just have to open that project file. Guess we can wait for it to load. So how to update mods, literally just file. Obviously you have to start the updated FIFA game with Frosty, and then you just file, open that project or any other project that you want to update. So open that, your kit project, then you literally just go file, export to mod, kill all of this, again save, and that's it. The mod is updated. Then you won't have any issues and the mod will work perfectly. And in the end, I would like to thank Galaxy, as he is one who provided us with the Frosty tools. Without him this wouldn't be possible. I'd like to thank as well Decoros, who made that Photoshop kit generator that I'm using. Let me just... I mean, I guess you know what I mean. Without him, this will be really impossible as well. It will be so much more time consuming to make mini kits. And I was as well suggest you guys going to Soccer Gaming. The link will be down in the description, as I have a bunch of free kits that I'm doing for others and for myself for my remotes. As you see, some of my latest work. I tried doing some Italy fantasy kit. It looks really good actually, and a bunch of other kits that you can find, both fantasy and retro ones or custom ones. You have options and options. Other link will be for this kit generator, obviously. And then the third one is Sky Sports TV patch. It adds Sky Sport HD Premier League Live to the Premier League games, and it adds Sky Sports news to the news section, and it adds Sky Sports HD Live 1 to every other competition you're playing. So it removes that general, like the usual crappy EA logo that you have all the time. So go check that one up, and then you can as well check my Twitch channel. I'm gonna stream there my career mode with Chelsea soon, as well as Road to Glory with Carlisle. I think that's how you say them, Carlisle. So check my Twitch, give me a follow, then check my Twitter as well, and join my Discord as well. As I said before, I'm mostly active there on my Discord. On my Discord I have option to request free kits, so if you want to do that, go there and I might pick your kit to make. Just read request info first, and then you have some finished kits. You can as well download bunch of my own kits in download center, as well as some other kits from other people and some other mods as well. So that's it. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to me, support me, and if you have any questions, please ask me down in the comments below, or as said, join my Discord. The links are down in the description, and ask me your question. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys, and a good day. Bye bye.